question. In a sentence.
It's like, I don't know how to keep the love alive with my husband.
Are you seeing somebody else?
I was.
All right.
I was.
Did you have a color scheme for your wedding?
No.
Okay.
No, we ended up eloping, so no, I didn't have no color scheme or anything like that. No.
Hang on there, Rosie. We're going to go to break.
Okay.
And then I'll explain to you how to keep the love alive in a relationship.
Okay.
Oh, boy, hold your breath.
And Drew, you might want to hold your breath, too. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. Hey, on Sunday. That's the next time we'll be in here after tonight, right, Drew?
Right, Adam?
Yeah. It's like I was on a cart. John Popper from Blues Traveler will be here.
What instrument will you share with us?
It's going to be a surprise. I'll look into my my calliope.
Calliope?
Is that a place that would have a lot of instruments? It's like a thing with a thing, like at a carnival or a circus rolls into town.
What's the thing that they want, the band in the middle of the calliope, though, right? Isn't it?
I don't know.
The hurdy-gurdy?
Oh, who cares? The point is I'll pick an instrument, and John Popper's going to bring his harp, and we will jam.
Isn't the calliope really like an organ? Like a steam organ? Isn't that right?
Yeah. Like it rolls in when the circus rolls into town? All right, that's a calliope.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'll bring in my hornpipes or something like that. Then Mike Ness from Social Distortion will be in here, and the Pie Tasters and Rancid at the end of the week. So it's a very good week. Drew?
Yeah?
What's going on?
I want to get back and talk to Rosie here.
You do?
Rosie sounds like she's got something to talk about. Rosie?
Hello?
Hi. So your statement was, how do you keep the love alive?
Yeah.
Somehow I believe there's a lot more packed behind that statement. What's wrong that has caused the love to die out?
Well, God, I was like, I don't know where to start. This whole thing started like with the foursome.
You had a foursome.
Well, it started out, but it.
Your relationship was perfect until then?
Yeah.
I think it's when she forced him to get married.
What happened during that foursome? Yeah.
Well, things didn't really quite go through. It was with my best friend and her husband. And
why did you guys choose to do that?
We got drunk, I guess, and we just all got stupid and everything. We just started, I guess, showing body parts, and I mean, you get turned on like that, and I guess just, things lead, one thing to another. But that night, the whole foursome deal didn't go through all the way, I guess. Jealousy and feelings just got involved.
Well, what happened? How far to get?
Just to, like, touching.
But that is always what happens, is that there's all kinds of feelings that are evoked that you don't anticipate, and the relationships amongst the people change, and it destabilizes the primary relationship. So your relationship was in grave danger right there, and I would expect there are very few relationships that survive that sort of thing.
You don't think your husband and the other guy had a discussion about this at any point before it happened?
No, I don't think so.
Think it just happened?
The whole thing, I guess it kind of started with my best friend wanting to sleep with me. I mean, she was, like, always talking about how attracted she was with my breasts and
all right, so your best friend's got problems, right?
What was that?
Your best friend's got problems.
Yeah. That's what I thought at first, but I guess I was just too blind, and I just ignored the fact, and I don't know.
How many kids do you have?
One.
Oh, my God.
One.
Well, true. That's not that many.
But I get it all in the middle of this. It's just a mess. What did you start carrying on with the woman after this?
No, what happened, since the foursome didn't quite go all the way, I mean, I didn't end up sleeping with him when my husband didn't end up sleeping with her. I guess my friend got freaked out, my husband got freaked out.
Who did more with who?
I felt like it was him and me.
That's why the respective spouses freaked out. That's how you guys getting into it.
How the hell can you concentrate on sexing down a woman when her husband is in the room?
Freaking out.
Yeah, or just in the room.
Well, she's the one that freaked out, and my husband freaked out. I mean, he ended up passing out, and she ended up, like, I don't know, just being scared about the whole situation about her husband, paying more attention to me. And I guess my husband just got freaked out because I was paying more attention to him. I don't know. We never
so what's
ended up
happened
talking
since?
about the situation.
What's happened since?
My husband went behind my back and he started having an affair with my best friend.
Well,
The threesome girl, the foursome girl.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How'd you find out about that?
She had a big mouth.
what were you?
I was just thinking she tipped it off. Because she's a nut job, this friend of yours.
Right.
And your husband is stupid because your husband should have known that part of the reason he got to sleep with her is so she could let people know.
Isn't it interesting how one really disturbed person can mess up a lot of people that are sort of having poor boundaries? Clearly your best friend was somebody who was sexually abused or abused in some fashion when she was younger, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Check it out. You'll find that history there, okay? She has got serious chaos in her bones.
Well, it's like only one tire has a blowout, but that's enough to send a car.
The rest of you,
for Christ's sake, you don't let me finish? Oh, forget it.
Go ahead.
No, forget it.
Enough to send the car off the road.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Jeez, I interrupt 2 words.
Oh, go ahead. I'm going to work up another fart.
But I'll shut up. I will shut up. But that husband...
I'll have Drew signing the rest of the show.
But look, here's the other telltale part of this. That other fellow married this disturbed person. Rosie is this disturbed person's best friend.
Yes.
Somebody's married to Rosie, and these people, everybody has issues that sort of lock into their various pathologies here.
Right.
And, did you come from an alcoholic family or something?
Me?
Yourself, yeah.
No, I don't.
Why are you such a caretaker? Why do you have to have a best friend that needs all kinds of supervision?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, so, Rose, you're not really in touch with a lot of feelings, are you?
No.
No. Okay. So, has your husband stopped carrying on with her?
Yeah, because what happened after that, I mean, more and more hints were leading to me that he was being with her and, with her big mouth and everything. Just, I don't know, she was just making comments, and every time I would confront my husband...
Poor husband.
He would just, shine me off and answer me.
All right, so what are we...
you're in a point... You see, the thing that's scary is she knew what she was doing the whole time. She was only sleeping with your husband so she could lay down the hints to you and screw with you.
I think they're both mad at what the two had done in front of them.
Right.
You see?
Okay.
A lot of times, they were flirting in front of me and everything.
Yeah, but they were angry with the fact that you...
I got angry, too, so what happened, I ended up sleeping with her husband.
This is...
I ended up having a
very healthy situation.
You guys all just move to Utah and get married.
Very healthy.
And
on behalf of your child, Rosie...
don't you think the kid should be taken away?
Yeah.
And have it raised on that island with Bill Cosby and Felicia Rashad?
I do, but unfortunately that will cause heavy trauma, too. Rosie, drag your husband butt into a therapist's office, and on behalf of your child, try to get this marriage salvaged. It is a mess right now, and it is on the ropes.
Hey, and Rosie, don't tell me you didn't come from some chaos yourself.
Your family?
Yeah, my father was always, around with a lot of women, having affairs
yeah.
and everything.
All right.
That is absolutely amazing. Drew, what is this, some kind of pattern?
Shocking.
Imagine
that. Humans falling pattern. They have free will. They can choose to do what they want.
Yeah.
Why would they choose to do this if they could really choose to do what they want?
I don't know, Drew. Someone's got to look into this. When we're done with that secondhand smoke campaign, I think we're going to look into the family situation.
Yes.
Jenny.
What? Oh, hi.
Ooh, did you see the hand, Drew?
No, she's all right.
I've been
I know. That's all right. I just want Drew to attest to where my left hand went.
He's got quite a trigger finger there.
Hey, before we start,
yeah,
I just want to tell you guys this is such a trip because when I lived in California, I listened to you guys, and when I met my sister, since I don't have cable, I watch you guys on MTV because they're really cool.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute, if you don't have cable... Oh, at your sister's, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to steal some cable.
I have a black and white TV.
In a way, that's kind of retro. I mean, isn't that... aren't you making a statement at this point, other than just being poor?
Yeah, too much of one, I think.
Yeah. All right.
Where are you now?
At Springfield, Missouri.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay. my ex-husband and I, we got divorced. We got separated about this time last year, divorced in September of last year, and we've been dating each other since August of last year. And either I stayed a weekend at his house or he stays a weekend at mine.
Hold on a second. Let me get that chronology right. You got divorced in
September.
And you started dating again in?
The month before. The month before we got divorced, we started dating again.
Why'd you go through with the divorce?
Because he wanted it. He wanted to be on his own.
Why?
Because I don't know.
So let me clarify. He just wants to have sex with you, basically.
No, actually, no. He says I want sex too much, which is really actually a different problem.
What is that problem?
Well, now my sex drive has died. I can't even make myself have an orgasm.
Because he's not involved with you.
No, I started Prozac.
Oh, okay.
About 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Hey, there's two things you can do to correct that. One.
I don't want to go off the Prozac though. It didn't help me so much.
All right, you can add Wellbutrin to that. Talk to
Wellbutrin?
Yes, talk to a psychiatrist about that.
Wellbutrin is the name of it.
It's another.
Is what you do.
Yeah.
I'm familiar.
And the only other serotonin reuptake inhibitor, which is the class that Prozac is in, that doesn't tend to cause that side effect of drop in libido, is Cerazone. All right.
Alrighty.
Keep notes, because I agree. If it helps you a lot, you should be taking these things, because it sounds like there's something going on here, Jenny.
Well, see, my ex-husband, he doesn't really. I don't know. He doesn't really like sex, and it doesn't really last a really, really long time. Saturday, from start to finish, including, hey, want to go in the bedroom, to, hey, pass me that towel, I'd say about 20 seconds.
20 seconds?
Yeah. Bada boom, bada bing, in, he's out.
Really?
Yeah. I even tell him to think about baseball or basketball.
Adam's jealous.
Yeah. What's this guy do for a living?
He's on disability because he got into a car wreck. And he has short-term memory loss. He's in job counseling right now.
So he had a cerebral contusion, he had a closed head injury?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. He was in a coma for a couple of months, and when he came out, he had to learn how to do everything all over again.
Oh.
Well, maybe he didn't learn how to screw. Maybe you got to teach him that. Or maybe he learned too well.
Well, see, he's not, this is another thing, he's not like most men. He doesn't like the idea of two women. He doesn't like titty bars. He doesn't like pornos, and I love all three of those.
All right, I'm disgusted.
Oh, I bet.
Hey,
wipe your mouth.
Was he like that before the head injury?
I don't know.
Is he on any medication?
Yeah, he's on.
Maybe he smacked his head on a Bible.
Right. Hey, Jenny's on Zoloft. Does the same thing as the Prozac, though.
I know, but he was like that before he started his Zoloft.
All right, hold on, Jenny.
What?
Boy, honey, you don't got any kids, do you?
No. No. I don't think I can have kids. I wouldn't want to bring them this world either.
Good. Oh, yes.
And I hate to, stray from the subject, but Adam, you are so cute. If you ever want really good cashew chicken in Branson, come here.
You're out in Branson, Missouri?
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes away.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever get out to Branson?
God, yeah. They got some really good bars.
Hey, there's a friend of mine, he's a juggler. His name is Philip Welford. He
works in Branson?
Yeah, he performed with some guy who's a magician.
Welford and what's his name?
Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go out there and visit him, but I don't want to go to Branson.
Hey, I'll give you my number when we hang up, and you can call me when you come down.
Yeah, we'll hook up.
All right.
We can talk about our loss of libido together over some...
loss of libido? I find that hard to believe.
Over some chicken.
As long as you don't fart in my house.
You may not want to let him in.
I'll come over during the summer when the windows are open. All right.
This thing about the orgasms really bothers me.
Jenny, hold on a second.
What?
We're spending way too much time on you. Listen, you got divorced from this guy. It seems like a good move.
Yeah.
Why don't you just go ahead and...
I didn't want the divorce.
I know, but he does.
He does.
See, he likes the arrangement.
Yeah, but you don't. It's not going well. Why don't
he hasn't even told me that he loves me.
Yeah, but Jenny, it's not going well. Why don't you get a relationship that's more gratifying? I mean, you really need to develop something more meaningful in your life, and you're stuck in a rut here with this guy who doesn't want you, who doesn't say, he says he doesn't specifically say he loves you because maybe he doesn't love you right now, and he just likes the arrangement.
Drew, speaking of arrangement, you know how I've kidded that I believe relationships or marriages would be more successful if they were all arranged?
Yeah.
Like they are in certain cultures?
Oh, yeah.
And everyone thinks that's a ridiculous notion because you can't just take two random people and pair them up and hope that everything's going to work out. I know it would work out better that way.
You take two sets of people with good judgment, the parents.
and
set
let them pick it
As
out.
opposed to two people with bad judgment.
Yeah, because you got the blind leading the blind. You got one nut bag going after another bag of nuts. All right. Oh, I see by the hockey goalie flashing siren in here that it's time to go. Boy, that's Mike's new favorite tool.
I'm going to have a seizure from that thing pretty soon.
That's a legitimate gift Darren gave us.
Substantial gift.
Okay, Drew?
Yeah.
Let's sell the next call before we go to break.
Should Jen tell her boyfriend about her female paramour?
Paramour?
Lover.
Okay.
You have 5 seconds. Loveline.
Pointing out stuff you say on the air? Who took it?
Oh, Christ. Yeah. It's Loveline. So it's talking about the family. I was saying to Drew during the commercial break there that, between my family, and that's like my stepdad, my stepmom, and mom and dad and grandma. It's about 180 years of therapy between like the 4 or 5 people in the last 2 decades. I know the math doesn't seem to work, but I swear to God. And everyone is so effing self-actualized.
Happy birthday, Mike.
If that's the right term.
Yeah.
That you can't like BS around anymore.
Right.
I don't have any conversations with my dad about the Dodgers or the Angels or sports cars or anything. I mean, it's just what's on your mind. And it's bizarre. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Well, here's what I'm saying.
There's nothing casual or superficial about it. It's all on a very intense interaction level.
Yeah, especially with my dad.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and of course, my grandma will tell you straight out whatever she's thinking. But what I mean is there's certain people you want to have that serious conversation with, and then there's that sort of lighthearted stuff. Like, I think a guy wants... A guy wants to sit down with his dad and jaw about how bad the Dodgers are doing and how good the Angels are doing lately.
Right.
Perhaps. Talk about football, baseball. The NBA draft was yesterday.
Did you ever have that with your dad?
Never.
No.
And never discuss anything like it. It's of a deep psychological nature, or forget it. It ain't getting discussed. Now, I yell at him for 10 minutes at a time, but then we don't get into discussion. I just bitch about how retarded everyone on TV is, or what a genius I am, and then, that kind of stuff. But then it just stops and we move on. I talk about my roof.
Oh, you did? In your car?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got this new BMW, and my dad looks at it, doesn't say anything, gets inside, doesn't say anything. I say, Dad, I got a new car. Did you notice you're inside of it? And he goes, yeah, what kind is it? It's a BMW. And he goes, very spiffy. If I told my dad, I mean, here's the deal. If I wanted my dad to look at my car, I would have to get him in a chokehold and drag him to the hood of the car and like open it. And like when you're trying to, like when your dog craps on the carpet, what you do to your dog to try to make him not crap on the carpet. Replace the feces with the engine of the car. That's what I'd have to do to my dad. Here, look, see? See, it's got 6 cylinders. Oh, it's amazing. All right. We only talk about...
Say happy birthday, Engineer Mike.
Oh, yeah. Engineer Mike turned 47 today. And we're enjoying pumpkin pie. God bless me with my pie suggestion. And it is good. And everyone's into it. Look at that. Not a face that's not being filled with pie. There's 8 people sitting here, and they're all eating pie.
Yeah.
Believe me, you go down to Ralph's or Vons and get one of them crappy lardo white trash cakes. See what happens to that. Yeah. One fat guy takes one bite out of it, and everyone else just puts their cigarettes out in it. No. Pie. That's the future, everybody. Pie. Get on board. I'm coming up with slogans for the Pie Foundation. Pie.
Jen.
All aboard.
Jen.
Hi.
Hi there. What's going on?
23.
I'm 23,
Yes, you are.
even though I don't sound like it, so don't make fun of my voice.
True. What happened to your pie?
It's gone.
I
My
love
God.
pumpkin pie.
You do. Everybody loves pumpkin.
I think that's a good idea, too.
Mmm.
Well, I got a whopper for you. Last weekend, my friend and I went to a club, which was about an hour from where I live, and we went in a limo.
because we knew we were going to get really trashed, and I won tickets to this concert, so we were going to make it really big. Well, at this club, we got wasted, and on the way back in the limo, we had sex, I guess.
It was a male friend?
No, it was a girlfriend.
And had you ever done anything like that before?
No.
Had you known you were inclined that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's not quite that I'm inclined that way. I guess I was just kind of curious about it.
How was it?
I've been thinking about it a lot.
How did it go for you?
It was cool, but I was really drunk. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I wasn't so trashed. So
Well,
it's kind of numb, you know what I mean?
But you may not have done it.
My inhibitions were, much less
That's
under the influence of
Adam's
alcohol.
point. You may not have done it otherwise. Well, you're 23.
Probably not.
You're an adult. I mean, you can make your own choices. Are you a lesbian?
No.
Well, she is now.
Well,
Well,
Am I now?
what state are you in?
Maryland.
Oh, I knew it. I was thinking Maryland.
Why?
Jesus Christ, the state. I was going to say you're not in the state of Maryland. Yeah, you're a lesbian.
why? What does Maryland have to do with being a lesbian?
In Maryland, if you have one lesbian encounter, you're a lesbian for the rest of that calendar year.
Oh, well, let me check the. Let me
That's
see.
just
Yeah.
Maryland.
It says here.
In Utah, it's only 6 months.
You're right. 6 months.
Maryland, it's the rest of the calendar year, which is going to be about 6
Ooh,
months.
24 months in New Mexico.
Ooh, that seems a little harsh.
I can deal with that. I can deal with that label.
All right,
That's
Jen.
fine
Look.
with
All
me.
right. Look. You experimented. You're adult.
That's all right.
Right, so,
Okay.
all right.
But I have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
If he knew about it, he would be pissed off. But he doesn't know about it, but my guilt is
Well,
consuming me.
do a little role playing with Adam here. Pretend he's your boyfriend, and see if he gets pissed off.
He won't get pissed off because he's not my boyfriend. He's more open-minded than my boyfriend.
Really?
Ma'am? No, I'm not. I'm pretty uptight.
I don't know.
Just because I talk about whacking off for a living doesn't mean I'm not uptight. Hey, Jen,
Yes.
don't say anything to your boyfriend.
Okay.
Just move on.
So my
all
guilt
right.
will go away, and I'll be cool.
Well, certainly don't tell him to relieve your guilt, because
Okay.
you're just putting it on to him.
He
But-
just keeps questioning me about it, and
Why?
I'm afraid
What
he's
did-
going to see through me.
Why does he keep questioning you?
Because he knows that I've been inclined that way, and we watch pornos together, and I always get really turned on girl, but I don't anymore, and he's noticed.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm just kind of weirded out about it now. When I see that, and I get real embarrassed and stuff, and it's nothing I can hide because my face turns red, and I try to hide it, but he knows that I'm trying to hide something. Plus he smelled me kind of the night I came home after the limo ride.
That's the best part of the story.
So I think he knows. He's just not letting on that he knows because he wants me to tell him.
Oh boy.
I don't know what the deal is with that because he's tricky that way.
Well, he found a couple of those miniature limo booze bottles up there too. So I think he suspects.
Yeah.
What did he smell?
Well, you know what he smelled woman on me.
He did?
Well, yeah,
Yeah, but
on my hands.
he smelled woman on your hand. Oh.
Because I told him I had to go take a shower because I had beer spilled on me,
Yeah.
and he kept trying to grab my hands, and I kind of was like, "Come on, let me go take a shower. I'm really gross." And he was like, "Why do your fingers smell like that?"
Oh boy.
Tell him you had an itch.
Well, that's what I did tell him, but he didn't go for it.
What did he say?
He said, "Are you sure?" And he does this thing where he looks really deep into my eyes, like he can see my soul.
This guy's a jackass.
He can't see yourself.
What's he do? Does this guy wear one of those nugget watches?
No,
What is he wearing? Any jewelry? This guy?
No,
he has a
no.
watch,
I get a totally different vibe from the guy.
a silver fossil watch.
Yeah. What's he do for a living? This guy?
He's a drafter.
I get more
He's a
artiste.
drafter.
That's what I thought.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
What's he draft?
Well, he
Because the
drafts
gold nugget
silver.
guy would have started getting mad. He would have gotten
Electrical.
pissed immediately.
He's an electrical engineer, a draftsman.
Yes, draftsman.
He's sniffing around.
If he knows and you believe he would have been pissed, why didn't he get pissed?
He did kind of get pissed, but because I never really came out and told him, and he just kept saying, "Okay, I'll trust you," because I guess he figured eventually he'd guilt it out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the other participant?
See, that's another thing. She's friends with both of us, and she's got a big mouth, but I really trust her about this because she doesn't want her boyfriend to know either. So I don't think she'll flap her mouth, but there's always a chance because.
All right, have a conversation with her about not flapping her mouth and not flapping her mouth about flapping her mouth on you in the limo, and then just deny it to your boyfriend, and don't worry, he'll believe you.
The guilt will go away.
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
That's all right. You got drunk, you're in a limo. It's like a French porn movie. No guy's going to get mad at that. Okay, we'll be back.
Loveline, be right back in a minute.
That was it. I thought that was a aborted point. That's fine. That's Loveline. We're going to take a little 10-second station identification, and we'll be right back with more.
This is Loveline on radio station.
KROQ FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles. The world famous K-Rock.
Loveline. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. John Popper from Blues Traveler. I'm going to make a note here, Drew. Remind myself to bring in one of my many instruments. Sunday night. Sunday. Oh, I love that big teddy bear of a man. What a talent. The Blues Traveler's a good band. And I would reckon to say he's probably the best harmonica player in the world right now.
I think that's true.
You do?
I mean, I think...
You ever heard him play?
Here.
Oh, yeah, I haven't heard any music, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Very hip, Drew. Here we go.
Angel, 19. Angel?
Yeah.
Hi, what's going on?
Not much, and how are you?
We're fine.
Good.
I am. You all right?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I'm sick, actually, thanks to you.
Yeah, I'm sick, too.
Oh, what are you sick with?
Some upper respiratory infection.
Oh.
Virus.
You need to be babied. So how are you? You ready for my story?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, great. I'm having a problem, Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I am engaged, and when we moved in together, or actually before we moved in together, we were having intercourse a lot. And then when we moved in together, things kind of settled down. And so I was just curious, do you have any information and any suggestions on how to get him in the room and in the mood and everything?
What do you mean that settled down?
Well, the sexual stuff, you know?
What happened? From what to what?
Well, when we didn't live together, every time we saw each other, it was like, you know, oh my God, and...
Which was how often?
Every day.
All right.
Yeah.
And now?
And now I'm lucky if I get foreplay every once a week.
And how long did that everyday period last for?
The intercourse itself?
No.
The period.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The duration of that level of activity.
A year.
And then you moved in and then it died off.
Yeah.
How old is your boyfriend?
23.
He's on no medications or anything different now?
No,
Not working excessively or anything that's...
He works hard.
Has that changed since before you were living together?
No. He's always been a hard-working man.
What's he do?
He work?
Yes.
He welds. He's a welder.
Oh, yeah.
Arc flash, you know, I like to baby him.
Yeah. That's bad. What do you got going on in the background there, Angel?
Your station?
Could you turn it down?
Sure.
It's very distracting.
I'm sorry.
You know, the only thing worse than hearing my own nasally drone in real time, Drew, is hearing my nasally drone in delay. That is painful.
I am so sorry.
Once in a while, I show up at someone's house and I listen to a message that I left on their machine. It's like, hey, Bob, this is Adam. And then there's always some distraction where I stop and go, hey, put it down there. Hey, come on, you're not building a piano. Just put it down. Anyway, Bob, there's nothing more painful.
I want you to know that you interact on the phone, not just leaving a message, but every time you have a discussion with somebody, that's how you sound on the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're less involved on the phone. I really, every time I think I've woken you up and you're not fully awake yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that horrible? All right, and I'm only slowing down. Angel?
Yeah.
He's a welder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Why?
You know, if you listen to the show, that I don't trust any guys who work around metal.
Well, he's got the spark 8 hours while he's at work. Why can't he bring that spark home?
Something has changed, and only he knows what that something is. He must tell you, and I would insist on an explanation before you get married.
Don't get married. Give it a few years.
It's a long engagement.
Good. Long engagements are good.
You don't have to get married at 19 or 20.
Oh, no.
All right. Give it some time. Figure out what it is. Right, he's tired. He's sliding into that comfort zone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing that's confusing to a lot of women. Oftentimes when a man enters a relationship, he's had a layoff. You know what I'm saying? Actually, when I say layoff, I mean layoff. He hasn't been laid in 6 months.
Right.
I mean, I used to do this. I'd go a year between a relationship. I'd get laid twice in that year.
That was when you were at your peak.
That was a good year.
Yeah.
Right. It's when hookers were cheap. And so I'd get a new girlfriend, and of course, I had some making up to do. And then they'd wonder after 6 months why the pace had slowed down. That would have been the pace at the beginning. It was just, I was making up for it.
But does that go a year?
I mean, before it slows down?
Yeah.
No,
A year was awfully long.
It either goes like
it could taper over
3 months or like 3 years, but a year is kind of weird.
And if it's going to be gone in a year, it would sort of taper in a year. It wouldn't sort of stop. Something changed there.
Yeah, they moved in together, and he's trying to maintain his space while living together.
Something.
Wouldn't you say that?
It's just, I can't, it would only be speculating. Something has changed.
Oh. Jeez, I haven't lived with a woman for like 6 years now. It's been a good 6 years. Carlos.
In a positive 6 years, or at least 6 years?
No, it's been a positive 6 years. So the last time I lived with a woman was, we lived in Hollywood in a no bedroom, in a single, kitchen in one room. And when you're living on top of each other and you need your space.
An apartment built for none.
Oh, it is a bitch.
Yeah.
And then we moved into like this one bedroom in North Hollywood. It was a disaster. Okay. Carlos?
Hey.
What's going on?
I just got two problems right now. One's a medical, one's a sex problem.
All right, real quick.
Okay, the medical one is that I have a short-term memory.
Problem?
What was that?
A short-term memory problem?
Yeah, short-term memory problem. Like I'll read a book, and then within 10 seconds I won't know what the hell I read.
And this is a change?
It's been like progressing, like it happens more often.
Have you had any head injuries?
No.
Have you been doing drugs?
About 5 to 7 years ago, I used to do a lot of acid, a lot of nitrous.
All right, well, that can do it.
And I used to drink like religiously every weekend.
Okay.
Well, that may be it.
That may be it. I mean, that can do it.
So what's he do now?
What was that?
Well, first, you need a neurologic evaluation to make sure there's not some other neurologic condition operating here.
Yeah, because...
in the meantime, you need to exercise your brain, your memory, as much as you possibly can. I mean,
What do you recommend, though?
Reading a lot, going to school, learning.
Four-count brainies, brain-ups.
Right. I mean, using your head as much as possible. But I really do think you should have a neurologic evaluation first.
Can you exercise your brain?
Yeah. memory is a behavior. I mean,
it is?
You get good at it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Would you...
there are biological aspects of it that you can't overcome by practice, but...
Would you typify... how would you typify me sitting around watching a lot of Dukes of Hazzard? Would that be considered a workout for the brain?
No.
No?
No.
But there I am focusing on dialogue with Boss Hogg. No.
No.
To look into this. I got to start working harder.
What's your other question, Carlos?
Oh, I don't know. The other one is that I think about sex a lot, like almost every day, every second.
Well, you don't forget about that, do you?
No. I don't know if it's because I watch a lot of pornography or...
Well, that will... What do you do for a living?
Hey, I'd like to set you up with my sister, Carlos.
What do you do for a living, Carlos?
You in town here? You sound like quite a catch.
What do you do for?
Hey, sis, he has no short-term memory, and he's obsesses about sex.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a shipping clerk.
And how many times did you do acid?
I lost count.
Give me a guess.
More than a dozen times.
But not more than 100?
No. After a while, I stopped, though, because my heart couldn't keep up with it anymore.
All right, get a medical evaluation.
That doesn't sound like that many times.
No, it isn't. It wouldn't. It's not the number that typically causes significant long-term problems.
But Carlos,
but it can.
Don't take this the wrong way, but maybe you're, just not the world's brightest bulb. I mean, could that be it, Drew?
You said it's a change, though. It's getting worse.
Okay. Hey, Carlos?
Yeah.
You sound like a pretty happy guy. Hey, you're laughing. You have a decent job, all right?
Yeah, it's decent.
You watch porno. Let me tell you about this memory. That's not the greatest thing. I have one of these memories where I only remember bad stuff. Do you think most people's memories work that way?
Yeah. Well, things that have emotional content, the stuff that goes right into long-term memory.
I never remember any good things anyone tells me.
You don't believe them. You don't experience them.
Oh, hold on a second. That's heavy.
Mental note, talk to therapist about
the
that.
therapist, yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm right.
Hey, maybe, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't. Well, it should be.
No, you can talk to your therapist about it.
Really?
Let's go to line 1. Don't cry. Kelly, 17.
Yeah, hi.
What's going on?
First of all, I just want to say you guys are wicked awesome, and I listen to your show like religiously every night.
Wicked awesome. Are you calling from Vermont or something?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Wicked is a New England term.
Oh, yeah.
Like something wicked this way come?
No, just wicked is like cool.
Yeah, they use wicked out here.
No, but New England, they really use it.
I was watching the Brady Bunch yesterday, and Bobby said, "Hey, yeah." And I thought to myself, "Hey, yeah. How come no one says hey, yeah anymore?"
Oh, I say it.
You say hey, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but wicked just means like very.
No, yeah, wicked is good.
Yeah. Well, it can be bad. It just means like very or a lot.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, the woman could have a wicked body, or a tennis player could have a wicked backstroke, or,
Yeah.
Kelly, what's the
Say,
question?
like, well, if there's a guy, I'd say, he's like wicked hot.
Kelly, what's up?
All right.
Well, I was wondering, this is actually about my little sister, is that she went to a party the other night, and I guess she said that some guy kind of like took advantage of the situation while she was there.
How old is she?
15.
Was she intoxicated?
Yeah.
Did she go and have any sort of medical evaluation?
Well, that's the thing. She told me like 3 days after, and I heard from your show that like there's that like pill you can take after,
Yeah, but 72 hours is the window.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and if that happens to anybody, they need to go to a doctor immediately to get what's called a forensic examination to collect evidence in case she wants to go after these guys that took advantage of her.
Well, what happened?
Let me translate, took advantage. Rape. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, let's get the story. Did she know the guys?
Well, she knew their names.
It was more than one guy?
Well, it was her and her friend. And I took them to the clinic, like the clinic or whatever. Like the day that she told me.
Great.
But I mean, I don't know if I should be like worried or whatever, because
it's good you got to check
what they said or anything.
Well, it's good that you got to check out to make sure there are no medical problems. But yeah,
So she got drunk and had sex with a guy, and it was against her will?
I'm not exactly sure. She wouldn't like tell me. She didn't tell me until 3 days after, and then I just took her to.
In this state, and by the way, Kelly, good job taking her in to get seen. But in this state, in California,
probably had to pick up some birth control or something and let her tag along.
An intoxicated person is not considered able to render consent. And I know, Adam, that screws with your whole foreplay.
Even if you can hold the one thumb up like I would do when it came to oral sex?
No, one thumb up. Probably stand up in a court of law.
When you're drunk, I could render. You could argue that because before Adam passed out, he gave the one thumb up, which meant he wanted the oral pleasure.
All right. So Kelly, what's going on now?
Well, she won't tell me. I mean, I think she's been going back there because like she's just been disappearing for a while with like her friends and stuff. But.
Yeah.
What's up with your sister? She sounds like she's kind of out of control right now. She really needs some help. What happened to her?
What do you mean what happened to her?
Well, I mean, she's going to parties, getting intoxicated.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What happened to her? You said she went to a party and she thinks she got raped, and now she's going back. She's going back to the house again.
And she's disappearing all the time. And
what's going on?
She's 15, right?
Yeah.
This is not great behavior.
What brought this on?
I don't know.
Is she depressed?
No, not really.
She been okay before all this?
Yeah. I think she thinks she could, because, I done, worse stuff before, so I think she thinks she can get away with it, and it won't,
Why are both of you doing such funny stuff? What, is your family not together right now, or is...
well, sort of.
What's happening at home?
I don't know, my mother's being, weird. They're technically still married, but my parents, hate each other. My mother's, I don't know, she's, hiding out in her room.
Ooh, Adam.
Really? Yeah, my mom did a little hiding out in the room back in the day.
Isn't that interesting? Did you act out?
Yeah, except for I didn't get laid.
Yeah, but you acted out. You threw poo.
I threw poo. Please. That is so out of context.
Sounded good, though.
That was years later.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't get involved with that stuff when I was 13, 14 years old. Please. What do you take me for? Kelly?
Yeah?
Your sister's doing some acting out.
She's depressed, probably.
See if you can't talk to her.
Yeah, I mean...
Talk a little sense into her.
And your mom is probably depressed, too, and that's why she's hiding out. And I don't know what Dad's doing, but you need to get some structure and support for yourself and your sister. I mean, start talking to adults at school and try to find somebody that you think cares about you to help you out.
It just struck me that here's the choice you have to make as a parent. Are you done sufficiently with your own
crap
ass enough to then turn your attention toward
Somebody
a kid
else.
or two?
Yeah.
And if the answer to that is no, and that's fine.
But listen, isn't it the case that our society has given parents a consistent message that they should just be happy and do whatever they want, and that's what's important?
Well,
be happy. If you're not happy in your marriage, well, you should be happy, because that's not good for your child when you're not happy, which is a load of crap.
Yeah, you should be miserable.
Not necessarily miserable, but you should be committed and doing the job of parenting, which can be miserable.
Right.
For Christ's sake.
It's just people aren't up to it.
No, our culture tells people that they don't even know what it is, the job. The culture says, hey, you're not happy? Hey, you should do something to make yourself happy. You go for it, girl. That's your world.
I want rules. That's all I want. We got rules for everything that's not important. Why don't we have rules for things that are important? Think about that. Think how many rules there are. Just
either that or just get out of our lives altogether. The government. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. Yes, Drew. Julie.
Yeah.
You're 17.
Yes, I am.
What's going on with your ass?
Well, first I want to say I love your show. I listen every night.
Thanks.
First-time caller.
Thanks.
Well, my boyfriend, when he gets mad at me, he refuses to have sex with me.
Well, that's a reverse.
And I don't know if I should dump him or if I should just talk with him.
When's the last time how old is he?
He's 20.
17, 20. What state are you in?
I'll show you. I'll whack off and go to bed. That'll fix your wagon.
Very passive-aggressive stuff. Kind of weird.
Yeah, I think the guy was healthier if he said he smacked me around.
He has.
He has.
Julie, get out of this, please. Come on. What?
What's wrong? What's up with you, Julie?
What do you mean?
Why are you in this?
I don't know. I like him a lot.
We have a new rule in Loveline. I like him or I love him. Not an answer to any question we could possibly ask.
No.
Okay. I don't know. I've had problems in the past.
With Dad hitting you and that sort of thing?
No. My sister's ex-boyfriend, he raped me.
How old were you?
How old was I?
Mm-hmm.
I was 9.
That was the first time something like that happened?
No. My cousin molested me.
When you were how old?
6.
6. And what was going on in your household that kind of thing could happen?
My mom and dad were fighting a lot, and he was just about to leave the house.
Was Dad drinking
I
too?
swear to God, Drew, hold on. One night we're going to get a call. We're going, I got raped on the way home from the party when I was 16. Anything before that? When I was 9, my uncle touched me. And before that, when I was 5, my babysitter. Before that, I was 4 months old. The Sparklets man touched me and anything before that, when I was a zygote, the
obstetrician probed me in an
obstetrician put
inappropriate.
his hand up my mother and grabbed me in an inappropriate way. Anything before that, I think my mom's egg was molested, and my dad felt up his sperm before we came together. Okay, so we have some work to do. What number is this? 6. Oh boy, Julie.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is if you've ever heard the show, this is a classic case, right?
Yeah.
Somebody sets you up like a bowling pin, and now the world is just one big 21-pound Brunswick high luster just coming right at you. You're just like a bowling pin now. You just get set up when you're a kid, and you just get knocked down
Good analogy.
time and time again.
Then that's all you are from then on, a bowling pin.
And the bowling balls, they see you. Oh, man, and they start steering right at you.
Yeah.
Here's someone I could smack around. Here's someone I can
How
F
can you
with.
tell?
We wish we knew.
How do we know?
We never get calls from the victimizers. We rarely do anyway. I wish we could probe into them a little bit and figure out how they know. Can we talk to your boyfriend?
He's at work.
Well,
What kind of work's he do?
welder.
No, he works in a fast food restaurant.
All right.
He lives with me and my mom, so he doesn't have to do much work.
When's the last time he hit you?
A couple months ago.
What was why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't do what he wanted me to do.
Oh, well, she did have it coming.
Yeah, of course. Julie, this is going to get worse. And when are we getting Nicole Simpson's sister on here? Where is Ann?
And you talked to Ann for a second. Julie,
Yeah?
and what's up with your sister that her boyfriend would feel you up when you were 9?
She was abused, too, by the same babysitter, probably. Right?
I don't know. I don't talk to her very much.
All right. Julie.
Yeah.
Let me just explain it to you this way, and it's an analogy I've used, but this time I'm going to attach it to something. Pretend you're out on a boat somewhere, and it's a stormy seas, and you're trying to find the shore. And I took the sextant or the compass, and I took it and I just beat it with a bat right in front of you, and then I handed it back to you. Would you follow it?
No.
No, because all you do is either go further out to sea or run yourself into the rocks or whatever it was. You cannot trust your instincts. And the problem is somebody stole your instincts and destroyed them a long time ago. That's all right. You can get them back. It just takes a little while. Any guy you like is the wrong guy at this particular point in your life. And until you get a little therapy and work things out.
So I'm supposed to go for guys I don't like?
Guys that are boring.
You should go with no guy. I know
guy,
that's
yeah.
going to be impossible
That's a good one.
for you, but you need to take a little time off and straighten your compass out, and then it'll point in the right direction, and everything will work out.
So I should dump him?
Yes, you
Yeah.
should dump him.
Yeah.
I would tell you to dump him just by virtue of the fact that you are interested
Well,
in him.
I don't think we should be making decisions for you, Julie, but...
Oh, yes. What do you mean?
No. I don't
She's
think-
17. Look what her making her decisions has gotten her into. Of course we should be making it. I'm going to come over to your house and pick out what you're wearing tomorrow. What are you going to wear tomorrow?
I don't know.
Okay. The guy's 20s living with her.
And mom.
And mom's a nut job, right?
A little bit.
Right. Okay. Julie,
Yeah.
please, baby, don't get yourself pregnant or screwed up or in trouble.
I won't.
Just get some therapy. You got to get some work done.
Okay.
Get rid of the guy. Get rid of the soda jerk.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one more quick question.
No,
No?
that's
Okay.
enough. Bye. What? Yes. Okay. We're back. I've never listened to the show, but it can't sound like other radio shows. Other radio shows sound so good, you know? I mean, it's like, you know?
Clean.
Stuff going on, yeah. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191 is the phone number here for the fabulous Loveline. Stacy,
Hi.
21.
Yes, I am.
What's going on there, Toots?
I'm just wondering, okay, I want to have another kid, like maybe in 2 or 3 years from now. But my husband, he doesn't. He says 2 is enough.
You have 2 kids.
So...
You have 2 kids?
Yeah.
Let me share with you as a parent of 3 that when you have 3, you are always outnumbered.
Yeah.
It is a lot more stressful than 2. A lot. Because being outnumbered is being outnumbered. And believe me, kids take full advantage of that.
That's true.
All right. And, you know, you have 2 kids. How old are the kids?
One's 8 months and the other one's 22 months.
And you want to already have a third?
Not right away.
How would you afford? How do you
years.
afford that?
Huh?
How do you afford that?
It's very hard. I'm on my own right now. My husband's in Job Corps. He's trying to get his life together, so...
Why would you choose to bring another child into that?
Well, don't we talk to you? Or is that someone else who's...
Yeah, someone else.
Job Corps is like the Army, except for instead of giving you a gun, they give you a rake.
Yeah.
Isn't that what that is?
Kinda.
Listen, how come... listen, it should be legal for you to have a third kid with your husband in Job Corps.
Yeah.
Your husband...
Who's paying for those kids?
Nobody right now. I'm working, and so...
Where are you working?
At Ross's.
Dress for less?
Yeah.
I like that place. Take myself shopping there tomorrow. Get myself a nice clutch. Something to go with this T-shirt, the one that is...
Clutch.
A sequence clutch.
Nice.
I'm stepping out this weekend. Are you working? Well, who takes care of your kids?
I have a babysitter.
Who pays the babysitter?
I do.
Well, how can you make a penny?
It seems like I'm not.
Okay.
And how would you even afford diapers for the third and formulas and things?
I don't know.
What, Stacy, please stay. Keep your feet square on the ground and think about these things.
Okay.
Just do the math. Just based on the math alone.
Yeah.
You want these kids brought into a stable, comfortable environment. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I just figured maybe in 2 or 3 years from now we will be stable.
Well, then begin thinking about it in a few years. But
that's true.
Boy, I mean, man, 2 kids
listen,
already.
You got Stacy.
Yeah.
Pardon me, but if you have a 8-month-old and a 22-month-old, how can you even think about another child?
I don't know. I just get baby hungry fast, I guess.
Are you trying to escape something? Are you depressed?
No.
There's something going on with you. How long you been married?
2 years.
How long has he been away?
He's been away for probably 4 months now.
Where is he for this Job Corps?
In Clearfield,
Clearfield,
Utah.
Utah.
And what's he doing?
He's doing a security guard. He's doing his career, and then he's finishing high school.
And did you need to get married at 19 or 18?
No, I didn't have to, but we just wanted to.
Okay. All right, no more kids.
Okay.
What do you get from the state at this point?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing, just food stamps, I mean.
That's enough. All right. And they don't tell you can't have any more kids?
Yeah.
They do? They don't say anything?
No.
Why don't they do that?
I don't know.
All right, Stacy. I know you're all tired of hearing this, but I swear to God, I say it 1,000 times and I never get bored. How come the goddamn state can tell me what I can and can't do on my own property, but we can just keep feeding Stacy food stamps and no one can say anything?
And they can certainly monitor that. I mean, they can tell you when you're using too much health care dollars, and you better not do that anymore. We're going to restrict your access to it.
There is a rule for everything. Let me...
and all they have to say, by the way, is, hey, we'll give you food stamps, but you have to follow our rules. No more kids.
Yeah. Let me explain home ownership to people that haven't been lucky enough to purchase a home. If you buy a home for $200,000 and then you put $100,000 into it and fix it up, and someone comes and assesses it and it's now worth $400,000, you have to pay taxes on the $400,000, not the $200,000. You essentially get punished for putting money into your house and fixing up your dwelling.
You must have just had an assessment.
No, I didn't. But there's many rules that are involved with many aspects of life.
I wish you even...
Unless you want to
people-
pop out a bunch of kids.
I wish people could see a quarter of what I have to deal with in healthcare, the rules and the nonsense that interferes with the ability of somebody who's highly trained to just do their job.
Let me just yell about one thing for 1 second. Ian's not paying attention.
Before you yell, let me just say, by the way, if we are so crappy that we need to be controlled all the time, send us back to school and train us some more. If we are just so wayward that we don't know our job, give me some more training.
You talking about as a doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, the bureaucracy. Here's the deal with the bureaucracy. They figure you got all the time in the world. Like you're some sort of eccentric entrepreneur who's independently wealthy. I had to go down to pull a permit for doing my roof. And by the way, even though Stacy can have 3 kids if she likes with her husband at the Job Corps and her on food stamps, I can't put a roof on my house unless I go down to Van Nuys and pull a permit. And Van Nuys is a dump. Somebody sent us a thing saying it wasn't a dump. I do beg to differ. I went down there and I tried to pull a permit for the roof. And they said... well, what they do is they punch up your lot number, and then they come back and tell you what's going on. And last time I did this, my lot number has a thing that says historical landmark on it, some kind of red star. A lot like the, in World War II, the Nazis would tag the Jews.
Same thing.
Same thing. I have that on my schematic.
That's nice.
Down in Van Nuys.
That's nice.
And that means... I have to go somewhere other than Van Nuys. Why they can't take care of it in Van Nuys, that's where the Building and Safety Department is in California. They don't have that ability. You have to go downtown to L.A. and take care of it there. Now, it's not my property that has the historical landmark on it. It's this big block wall that's around my property, which I kindly explained to the guy.
Do you own that wall? You must.
No. I don't think I do. Or maybe I do.
Probably do.
The point is I'm not touching the wall.
Yeah.
So I don't need to go get the historical committee to sign off on my roof because I'm not putting a roof on top of the wall. I'm not touching the wall. And I explained that to the guy. And he said, I'll call them up. And I thought to myself, hey, this is genius. And the guy recognized me, and he was being nice. By the way, last time I was there, they said, you got to go down and get it signed off. And I said, it's the wall. And he said, you got to go down there. And I said, why don't you call them up and they'll tell you? And he said, we can't do that. Naturally, a year later when I'm down there and the guy recognizes me, he says, yeah, we'll just call him up. So he calls him up.
Which is bogus for everybody else.
Yeah, but screw them.
All right, but
it was bogus for me last time.
That's
when I had to go down
when
there.
You were like everybody else.
And I looked the guy in the eye and I said, call him up. And he said, no. So I said, okay, call them up. So they called them up, and then they came back. They're not there. So I'll tell you what we'll do. You come back tomorrow, I'll call them up, and we'll take it from there. And I said, no. I'll tell you what we'll do. You call them tomorrow, and when they okay it, you will give me my permit, and you just send it to me in the mail. No, we don't do that. I said, why do I have to come back? You're going to call tomorrow morning. They're going to okay it, and that'll be that. You have to come back. I said, go get your manager. They got the manager. She told me the exact same thing. I said, listen, everybody, and this is basically a quote, let's strive to improve ourselves. If I lived on top of this building, I would not come back in here tomorrow. I'm trying to make a point. It is not necessary. I will write you the check for the amount. You can call and confirm what I already know tomorrow morning, and then you can hammer the check. And I will leave right now with the paperwork. If it doesn't work, then cancel the paperwork and tear up the check. But call them tomorrow morning. I'm not coming back.
They told you to screw up.
No, they said, oh, okay. And then they did, and they called, and they sent it to me, and that was it. But the point is you have to beat the S out of people to get them to do their job. All right. I see the sirens going off, and that means we've come to the end of another chat. Bureaucratic wussies. You want to know why Russia fell apart?
Bureaucracy.
Yeah, let me tell you. Picture if every business was run like the DMV and the Department of Building and Safety and the court system in this country.
Yep.
Of course there'd be a violent revolution.
Yeah.
No one would put up with it.
Yep.
All right. Ready to move on?
Yeah. Let's see if David's still there. David?
Yeah.
All right.
What was his problem?
He's going to tell us.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
What's going on?
No, just my girlfriend, she, like, gave me these little bumps, you know? I'm, like, really quiet because I'm at my mother-in-law's house, staying the night over. And
Your mother-in-law?
Yeah.
And this is your girlfriend and not your wife?
Huh? Well, we're going to be married in, like, June. If next year. We're engaged right now.
Okay.
And anyway, she, like, gave me these little bumps. Well, I just all of a sudden started having little bumps on me, and I just want to know what they were, because I'm, like, really scared, and I'm afraid to ask her.
Can you describe them a little bit?
Oh, why are you getting married, David? You can't even figure out your own penis.
Yeah, but we really love each other.
No, you don't.
That answer is not allowed on this show anymore.
We're never.
I like him or I love him. No.
How old is she?
17.
She's about 20.
About 20.
Mm-hmm. She just turned 20.
Why don't you give it a few years?
We've been together for 4 years.
Since you were 16. What do these bumps look like?
They're like red and like they're like pimples, like red.
Well, things like pimples can occur normally on the penis.
Oh.
Okay? It has nothing to do with
Should he go get it checked out?
Sure, I don't know exactly what he's describing, but anything that itches or burns on the penis needs to be checked out, because that's really herpes until proven otherwise. But you can get carbuncles and things, little sebaceous cysts that get infected. It can happen.
And you know the thing that's funny to me is when I say, why are you getting married? And he says, we've been together since we were 16.
Yeah.
When I hear that, that means, we got another 6 months left.
Right. That's
You've been together since you were 16. This thing's going to be over by the time you're 21.
Yeah.
To me, it's like having a dog. It's like saying, why are you taking your dog to puppy school? Well, I've had him for 12 years.
Right.
It's like, okay, the dog's got another 6 months before he's going in the ground. Can you imagine? How can you get married to someone you've been to since you're 16?
It happens occasionally. Stuff like this makes me sick.
I want to talk to this. I saw the word gay up there. I just want to see it. Was approached by a gay man while in jail. He was scared. Didn't fight it.
John?
Hello?
Hi, what's going on?
Well, I was in jail for a short term, and this guy approached me. I mean, I don't look gay or nothing, and, I was kind of fooling around, acting like I was in jail, which is the wrong thing to do. So I guess he assumed I was gay.
What does that mean? Fooling around, acting like
you're in one of the musicals or something?
Say that again?
You're in a musical?
No, I mean, I was, prancing around, just screwing around.
In jail.
And when you're in county jail, you don't think that kind of stuff is in there. In prisons, yeah.
Sure.
But not in county, I've heard, rumors, yeah, but...
What were you in county for?
Well, I don't want to talk about that. That's not important.
Oh, okay. Well, we think it's germane. Don't we, Drew?
Yes.
Germane?
Important.
Oh.
One of the Jacksons?
Important.
I stole a truck.
Oh, okay.
And I got caught.
Oh, you got caught?
That's why I was in jail.
Oh, I see. Right.
He wasn't doing anything wrong until he got caught, see?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not illegal till you get caught.
And so you got thrown in jail, and you're acting gay.
Yes.
And by the way, a bad mistake.
In jail, yeah.
It's like going out into shark-infested waters, pulling a scab off and flailing around a lot. It's just not, even if it sounds like a good time, not a great plan.
Well, I think,
acting gay at a frat party, maybe.
I thought I got rid of this guy when I got out of jail, but somehow he's gotten my address and he's written me letters and so on forth.
Well, tell him what's going on. Just be honest with him.
He's a mean guy. He was in there for something pretty bad.
Well, why is he out?
He's not out yet.
Oh, he's just writing you letters.
He keeps writing me letters saying he wants to get together when, he
in
gets
7
out
to 10.
and all that. And, I'm getting real nervous here, and I don't know exactly what to tell him, I mean, he knows where I live.
All right. John, do you really need us to answer this question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need advice.
All right. Here's my advice. Keep the gay charade going. Start, write him back and spray each letter with electric shave or skin bracer. Something smells good. And then take a picture of yourself naked and greased up and really get him going. And then pick him up the day he's paroled in a limousine with some chilled champagne in the back. Okay. We're going to answer that, Drew?
Well, I don't think the guy's going to kill you because you tell him what your preferences are.
Yes. Write him a letter back that says, I'm not gay and I'm moving. Steve, you're 25.
What's up, Dr. Drew? What's up, Adam?
Hey.
Steve.
Anyways, I met you before, Dr. Drew, about like a month ago at the Pasadena place where you do your lectures.
Right.
I was sponsoring a guy who was in there. I think you were treating him. I'm not sure.
Fabulous.
Drew does a lecture series as part of a community service for DUI he got in
Is that what it was?
96.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He ran over a young newlywed couple. He's drunk in his Volvo.
Anyways, here's my question, Dr. Drew. I'm back in school right now, and I'm not on any medication. And I can tell that I'm kind of having a hard time focusing in school. And growing up, they did say I was hyperactive, and I heard my parents once say that they wanted to put me on Ritalin, but my dad's a pharmacist, and he had issues about it, and he didn't put me on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of wondering if I did get on Ritalin, if it would make my schooling easier, and if Ritalin is addictive.
Highly addictive.
It is highly addictive.
Oh, absolutely. You said you were sponsoring somebody. So you're an addict recovering?
Yeah, I'm a recovering addict.
How long into recovery are you?
Almost 5 years.
Hey, this may sound out of line, but do you get to have sex with the people you sponsor?
No.
Well, I don't sponsor females.
First of all, yeah,
Oh.
you have to same sex.
Oh, you do?
You don't have to, but it's like
What if you're gay?
No,
Yeah.
look, sponsor.
Then you got to have a chick, right?
Not to violate any traditions, but sponsors need to be same sex. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, that was
Even if you're gay?
Yeah.
Because isn't that equivalent?
No.
It isn't?
No. Steve.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like it to me.
What were your drugs?
Well, I was basically a pothead, but I was doing speed and pharmaceuticals too. I was into Demerol and codeine and Valium, but my main drug from early age to the end was always marijuana.
And was there a lot of speed?
Speed kind of came into the picture at the end, and that's what kicked my ass and helped me hit bottom.
Acid?
Yes.
How much?
I probably, in my whole life, or...
Yeah.
It's ironic that Steve's dad was a pharmacist, wasn't
Yeah, I
he?
know.
So was Steve in his own way.
It was like probably less than 15 hits of acid.
Well, I mean, some of this could be residual effects of the drug exposure, and certainly some of it could be an ADD-type phenomenon, but I would categorically stay away from the stimulants. Even though they are very good treatments for ADD, they will trigger your addiction. I've seen it over and over again. There are other options for ADD in people who have addiction, including drugs like Wellbutrin. There are other things that can be tried that are non-addictive, non-stimulants.
All right.
I would talk to somebody who has some experience with both addiction and ADD.
What do you think about putting medication in your kids' food without them knowing it?
For what?
Like Ritalin or something.
I don't know. Why?
Well, let's just say you got some hyperactive, like 11-year-old.
Most hyperactive kids want their medicine because they feel better about themselves, they perform better.
But, there's so the kids can be cruel, and there's a whole stigma attached to that. Huh?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, how would you feel about telling your 9-year-old or 10-year-old, listen, buddy, let me slap this label on you, hyperactivity, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Well, don't you think you'd just put it in their food? Why don't they start making Ritalin pudding?
All right.
Ritalin pops. That's a good idea.
Maybe.
Think about that.
Ritalin sickles.
Kids are all over that. They get a ton of Ritalin if it came in a pudding form. Like, how much is that pudding? How much is that pudding fun pack? $37. Really? There's only 3 puddings there. It's Ritalin pops.
It needs a triplicate too.
Oh, I don't know. I think that might be an idea.
We're done here, huh?
No, let me just talk to Mark over here. Had unprotected sex with a minor, thinks she may be pregnant.
Mark?
Yes.
How minor of a minor?
She was 16.
Okay.
That's not a mega minor.
Major minor.
A major minor. Did you had unprotected sex?
Yes.
Why do you think she may be pregnant?
Well, I don't think she may be pregnant. I'm just stressing about it.
Oh, okay.
It was unprotected. She wasn't on the pill. I wasn't using the
Good. All right. Well, that's what you deserve it.
When did this happen?
This happened about a month and a half ago.
Has she had a pregnancy test?
No, because I've tried calling where she lived, and I found out that she moved, and when I went to her house, her roommate told me that she had left town, and I haven't heard anything since.
She's 16. She has a roommate?
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's why.
Her parents had bought her a house, and she was emancipated. And
Bought her a house?
I wonder how he got into her pants.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it just happened spontaneously.
Her parents bought her a house?
Yeah.
Wow.
My dad got me a football tee when I was 13. Her parents bought her a house?
Yeah.
All right.
And it gets worse. I have a career planned in the military, and, if by chance she may have gotten pregnant, would she be able to press charges against me in the future?
No. Forget it. It's been a month and a half. She moved. She's fine.
What state are you in?
I'm in California.
I think that's legal in California, matter of fact. I think as long as you've been 3 years of the minor, as long as you're 16 or
you're
older.
right. What do you mean you got a career plan in the military?
Well, I'm enlisted in the Navy, and I leave on August 20th.
All right. That's the core to go with.
Navy?
Yeah.
I mean,
you get to travel.
I love the ocean, and, I plan on doing quite a bit of sailing afterwards.
Good. I hope you like big black men and bunk beds, too. Enjoy. All right, Mark. She's not pregnant.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
She's got a career in the military. What kind of career goals do you have? Like to, I don't know, grow up and kill people. Career in the military. We'll be back. Big John from Blues Traveler. He's going to be in here when we speak next. So, I want to thank Engineer Mike, because it is his birthday after all, and he's doing a wonderful job.
He shared pie with us tonight. Broke pie.
We broke pie. I broke wind earlier, and we broke pie later on in the night. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
If I can do it, they can do it, you can do it. Bye-bye for now.